TVs, and he's not getting full use out of them for surrounds and what minimal damage they actually do. A little bit of a hiccup there, but, you know, small victory just kind of turned around on him, and it looks like this ostentatious Expo is actually going to be taken out by these Vikings. GoOdy realizing there's no use in actually picking it up and trying to run out of ways, so this looks like it's going to go down, and a small victory for Poker, and I'm questioning why he lifted off here, but a small victory for Poker nonetheless, and it's small victories that are going to put you back in the game. It looks like GoOdy is actually moving over here to this eastern watchtower and is trying to control it, and to his delight, he's going to see this command center just float in here, and he's going to be able to snipe this very, very, very easily. And it looks like Poker isn't going to have any way to respond to this. The Vikings can chase this all day, and that's a simple kill, but it looks like we might have an engagement coming up here. And it looks like GoOdy was trying to set up some detection just in case, but it looks like Poker might just have enough, and it looks like Poker's actually going to push back this attack. And I really don't understand why GoOdy is having this. He feels the need to put up all these towers. I mean, I guess he's just trying to control the Vikings in the midfield and maybe potential drops coming in and out, but it looks like this tank maybe could have helped in that battle if it was moved up just a tad bit here. But nonetheless, it's still really, really solid play by Poker. Looks like a couple more siege tanks are going to be moving through the middle here, and they're going to be taking this middle watchtower. Something that can be very, very important to actually control, and looks like he's actually going to back them out. So, interesting play there. Looks like GoOdy is really hell-bent on holding this watchtower. But GoOdy knows that this Expo is up, so he's obviously... It looks like Poker's really going to have to really put his foot down and try to defend it, because it's really his only way of getting back into this match. Looks like a planetary fortress has finally been erected there, so it looks like really solid defense will be here. But we have an engagement rolling in here, and it looks like GoOdy has a very sizable force, a very, very strong Marauder force that is going to be able to do some very devastating damage. It looks like the tango is on here as the Vikings float overhead, because shooting upwards is just too damn difficult apparently in this game. So it looks like the Vikings are going to sit overhead and rolling in more siege tanks and more units that are just incapable of shooting up. And what's beautiful about this really is that GoOdy can keep tabs on his Vikings, but can just roll in here and build some fucking missile turrets, and building missile turrets are just going to obviously keep those guys at bay. And it looks like this engagement going on here, this M&M ball is just getting destroyed by Poker, and Poker is pushing back very, very slightly, but it looks like GoOdy is going to be able to take this out, and it looks like it appears that Poker is actually going to just push in, and he's just going to counterattack. Maybe he's going to go for the main. We'll see. It looks like, yeah, he's going to drop in the main, try and pick off some of this gas mining, and it looks like there's not too much gas left, but it's still a small victory. But this beautiful tank placement is just going to allow this to get shelled away at. But it looks like these Vikings haven't been really responded to very well yet. Looks like they're doing some pretty decent damage. He shut down all mining and gas here, which doesn't sound like a very big victory, but assuming GoOdy doesn't remember to put guys back in there, he's going to be losing that gas income. This is still a staring match going on here. It looks like GoOdy is actually trying to retake this northern expansion once again, and GoOdy is just being so smart about not pushing in, because he doesn't want to take the damage from the planetary fortress, and he's just trying to hang back, and it looks like, oh, all his forces right here are going to be taken out. But still, he held that watchtower for quite a while, but didn't really do too much with it, moving some more units here through the middle, though. And it looks like this small force is going to push back some of these missile turrets that are just blindly put up here in the middle. So, small victories are small victories. Controlling that watchtower seems to be the most important aspect right now for both players. They both seem really hell-bent on holding on to it, making sure that nobody else can have that, obviously, this wide area of vision. It looks like GoOdy is taking the Island Expo up top, which is really good play. Transferring some SCVs to this northern expansion, and it looks like GoOdy is focusing most of his forces in the bottom, in the middle here. But it looks like Poker is set up to possibly set up a drop here in the main where he could do some really good damage. Just not too many defenses, but it looks like the Vikings have spotted this, and this could be very bad. He could lose all these forces. One goes down, second one goes down. The medevacs, the medevacs frantically try to drop off all their units. Just amazing game sense there. I don't know how he spotted that, but just absolutely shut that drop down before it even had a chance to sparkle. Oh my goodness. Just great play. It seems that Poker is actually going to be setting up to try and take an expansion of his own. And it looks like he's going to be sending it over here towards the Island Expo. Beautiful. Great idea. He definitely needs to expand here. As he's mined out of the main, his natural's getting mined out. The gold is still going beautifully here. But once his natural runs out, the gold is just not going to hold up, and he's going to be very, very hurt. Looks like GoOdy with his amazing game sense is going to send Vikings over here, and it looks like this is just going to be this. Oh my goodness, stuttering all over the place. This command center is just going to have to bite the dust, and it looks like Poker's getting a little frustrated at this point. He can't secure another expansion. And look at this, GoOdy, you are just ruthless, my friend. Just absolutely ruthless. He's going to take out this expo just before the planetary fortress can actually morph in. He's going to just let it burn down. Brilliant play. No reason to even risk taking any damage. He's going to let it burn down and just take it, and it looks like Poker was actually planning on expanding here, and obviously GoOdy's here. And a small drop force is going to shut down mining here for a while, but taking a look at the income, there's still, wow, actually, Poker's actually kind of back in this, and if he can take this down, he might be able to actually get the income swing in his advantage, but still, the two Island Expos are just completely unchecked right now, and that could just spell disaster for Poker. It doesn't even seem like he's even scouted them at this point, so sending in all the Vikings just to completely shut this down. Oh my goodness. And it looks like they're rallying back with the rest of their forces, and they're just going to go ahead and they're just going to push in here and steamroll this, and just, it seems that his natural is almost completely mined out. The gold is almost completely mined out. This is looking very, very bad for Poker. It seems like he's just completely, there's no way he can get back into this, not with this economic disadvantage that he's going to be in very, very shortly here. A good amount of idle SCPs just sitting at the gold, but it really doesn't seem like GoOdy needs the harvesters. It seems that tanks sieging up here at the watchtower, and once again the theme seems to be let's hold the watchtowers. Some more siege tanks checking out this watchtower, and a really smart play here, dropping units directly on top of the siege tanks, forcing them to splash themselves. Very, very smart play, something we don't see too often anymore. But it seems like the force is going to actually just roll in here, steamroll all of this, and it looks like it just looks like Poker's days are numbered. He doesn't have very much of a force at all. His income is starting to dwindle. It's 174 over 101. It really just seems like it's completely done for Poker. He still has a decent fighting chance, but this is the only expo not taken really on the map. Yes, this one is just not getting picked back up, but it's pretty much been under GoOdy's control this entire match. And it looks like we might have a final engagement of this game coming here in the midfield. And it looks like Poker's just going to be on the run, but it's really going to be to no avail. He looks like he's just going to bite the bullet, try and do as much damage as he can, see if a miracle can happen, but the medevacs over top are just doing so much healing, and it really just looks like Poker has no choice here. He's really not going to be able to do too much. It looks like, it just gets completely stomped, but Poker's still fighting to the end, just notices this last expo. Looks like he's trying to expand to the Northern Expo, and he's going to be very disappointed when he gets over here. Long distance mining going on over here. And it looks like this strike force is just going to roll in here to the gold. Just poke away at it, and it can probably poke in here in a minute and just take it out completely, but I think Poker finally realizes that his income just is not going to be able to uphold, and he's going to GG out of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. GoOdy, our Red Terran, is taking the victory here, and hopefully I can find some more games by these guys. Very enjoyable game for me to watch. So hope you guys enjoyed this. My name's Flex. I'm out. Peace.